what's up, everybody? You know what's kind of, funny? It's right up there. You can see. I'm going to be talking about, an article I found on IGN. It's an article that's a couple of years old. But somebody posted it. I guess IGN posted it themselves on Facebook. But it seems to be a couple of years old. But I guess it's still relatively recent and still kind of informative. Well, basically, it's very informative when it comes, I guess, to DVD and Blu-ray. Now, they do make a counter-argument, if you will, for Blu-ray. But again, I'll provide the link down below. I'll provide the link down below. Oh, here on the screen. I mean, here you get the idea. I'll just provide the link down below. But basically, they said that the reason DVD is, in this portion, this article said that DVD is cheaper, is better, well, like I just said, it's cheaper. For one, it's cheaper, it's easier on the wallet for the economy. And also the fact that, Blu-rays, even though you can find certain Blu-rays at cheap prices, I go to Walgreens and I could probably find maybe one or two for like $5.99 or something like that. And that's pretty cheap for movies that have come out in just the past few years. But the point they're trying to make is, Blu-rays have really, Blu-rays are, well, the point they make, they do make a good argument for Blu-rays in this article, as well as in the other article they have for it, and that it's got superior picture quality. I'm sure anybody that's got a Blu-ray player knows what I'm talking about. You got a Blu-ray player, whether you're playing it on an HD TV or even on a regular TV, you can tell that the picture quality is much more superior. As well as the fact that you could also tell that you also get, if you're a fan of extras and all that, in featurettes, you get a lot more of that. The reason is because they use a different kind of laser light or something like that that gives you more space, gives the disc, not just puts the movie on the disc in better quality, but allows you to have room for extras. As well as have room for the possible BD Live options if you have those, online features. Now, they said that's probably the overall best thing about it, as well as the fact that it's got superior sound, 7.1. But the point they brought out was because of the way the economy is, that DVD is not only still better in that category, but there are certain things that you still get with DVD that you don't with Blu-ray. And with DVD, you still get certain features you can't get on Blu-ray. And you get certain different kind of covers, either the slip covers, which Blu-ray does have, or different kind of covers overall, different kind of, just different things with DVD that you can't get with Blu-ray. And most importantly, one of the things they pointed out is you still get certain movies and television shows on DVD you can't get with Blu-ray. You can't. For example, they say that with a show like The Sopranos, The Sopranos, no doubt, is perfect for Blu-ray transfer. Anybody knows that. They're perfect for Blu-ray transfer. But the thing is, they said that, with other shows besides like The Sopranos, you take shows that came out before The Sopranos, like some shows that came out in the mid 2000s to early early 2000s and vice versa. The 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and all that. Certain shows you can transfer easily, either the crime shows, science fiction shows, or syndicated shows, or sitcoms. There are certain ones that you can transfer onto Blu-ray without no problem because of the way they were filmed and created. But then there are those that you can't. And that's one of the points, I think, if you read throughout the article, that DVD has an advantage over. The fact that you still have that they are basically the only format that allows you to get all those classic shows, whether it's sitcoms and animated shows from the 80s, 70s, and 90s, whether it's animated shows or sitcoms from the 60s and 50s. There are some that you could still get on DVD that you can't get on Blu-ray right now. I mean, yeah, okay, you're probably saying, well, the 60s and the 50s are different, Brian. Those basically had shows filmed on regular film. Like their sitcoms, their comedies were filmed on regular film, not tape. And that's true. I'll give you that. So shows like Lucy, I Love Lucy, Dick Van Dyke, Mary Tyler Moore, you know, and the list could go on, Partridge Family, you know. Yeah, they could all be transferred to Blu-ray, probably without no problem, remastered and transferred. But the thing is, it's easier for people to gain them on DVD because the transfer is simpler and faster. I mean, yes, the picture quality would look superb on Blu-ray. There's no doubt. There's no denying that. I mean, again, it goes back to when I upgraded the quality of Run With Us to onlineconvert.com with the Lisa Lohan Raccoons music video Run With Us. You could see right off the bat that the quality was better, the picture was clearer and sharper. You could see that. And even though it was an MPEG 2, you could see that. It was different. That it was a sharper quality and the picture was sharper and clearer. You could see that. But what they're saying here is, you know, with Blu-ray, you get certain things. You can have certain shows and movies and all that on Blu-ray without no problem. But when it comes to other stuff, like shows from the 80s, some from the 70s, and even some from the 60s and 50s, you know, this DVD is always going to be the better solution, always be the better option. You know, and then they question the fact of why take your time to want to replace your entire DVD collection with Blu-ray? Why toss that aside just for Blu-ray when, a matter of fact, that everything you have on DVD, Blu-ray doesn't have most of that. So why trash the DVD format or your DVD collection, put it in storage or sell it, when most of what you have on DVD you can't get on Blu-ray? It wouldn't make sense. And again, of course, it gets back to the economy. The fact that DVDs and DVD players are cheaper to buy nowadays than Blu-rays. In fact, they even said that a DVD player nowadays can go as much as a Blu-ray. As much as a Blu-ray goes for. Possibly a deluxe Blu-ray, but you get the Blu-ray disc. But you get the idea. And they even said that you don't even have to rely on getting a Blu-ray player. All you would need to do is get a DVD player, like say a Toshiba XD, which I think I have, that has up conversion. And basically up conversion is saying, hey, all you have to do is connect this to a all we're going to do is up the pixels. It's kind of like what I'm doing with Online Convert. Things like Online Convert and any video converter. Basically, when I take a regular, let's say 4x80 or even 2x40 or 240 pixel video, and I put it on onlineconvert.com, I upload it to there, or I upload it to any video converter software. Basically, you could tell that not only does it expand the screen, like in the case of any video converter, but in both cases, it sort of sharpens and makes the picture clearer. You could see that. You could see that right off the bat. You know, so that's basically what they're saying with DVD players. Is all you have to do is, let's say, put a standard DVD into a up-converted DVD player, and boom, instant 1080 quality, nearly to that near 1080 quality right there. And even if you had, and especially if you have an HD television, it's just as good as watching Blu-ray. Now, of course, this article is a couple of years old, and pretty much by now they figured and have seen that some Blu-ray players and Blu-ray discs have gone down in price. There's no doubt about that. But again, getting to the point that they're trying to make is there are certain things that DVD can do and offer that Blu-ray can't do and offer. And like I said, it goes back to something that, let's say Zara Nizarak has pointed out. Zara Nizarak has said that you can't get certain programs, certain shows like animated shows or certain live action shows, sitcoms or whatever, on Blu-ray because of the way they were filmed. Now, again, like I said, there are software like any video converter and online convert that allow you to make that conversion, allow you to convert it to that quality, but the only problem is transferring that quality onto Blu-ray. And that's the one stepping stone that they have yet to step over when it comes to more shows and when it comes to shows from the past 20, 30 years. They have yet to step on that stone and take that, take a step onto that stone and, and make that leap or make that next step as well. Well, to try to make that happen. I mean, yeah, it's like I've said in many videos, you can convert it to a 1080, to a widescreen 1080 quality picture, or even a 4:3, 1080 quality picture, but still, the option is, the only way you're going to get it on there is if you have the means of doing it. Now, yes, 1080p can be done several ways. It can be done through WMV, Windows, AVI, M2TS, and MPEG-2. That's right, MPEG-2 allows you to do it. The only difference is MPEG-2 keeps it in a 4:3 quality. The only way you can get it probably up to widescreen, 6:9, 16:9, is through M2TS, possibly AVI, and maybe Windows Media. Windows Media Video, and that's it. But most importantly, the only way, as far as I know, is M2TS. Basically, M2TS is the one I use. So, was the one I know mostly about that gives you that opportunity. And again, it's all about the fact that it can be done. The conversions can be done, but going from that and trying to put it onto Blu-ray is a different story. The only way they could do it with Blu-ray is to do the MPEG-2, convert it to 1080p on an MPEG-2 format, and then put it onto a Blu-ray. That's the only way. But if they wanted to, let's say, expand the screen, you would have to do that too. Now, I understand what Zara Nizarak was once telling me and some other people. Sometimes you'd have certain things, even if you had the pictures, stretched out to 16:9, you'd have something like at the ends that would kind of tell you it's not really meant for 16:9. Like there's the Babs Melts Away scene that I recently re-uploaded into 1080p widescreen, 16:9, 1080p. And you could see that it's widescreen, but when you look at the corners, it's like they kind of curve a little bit by an inch, by half an inch, it kind of curves. That's because it's not really meant for Blu-ray, not really meant for that, but for that kind of a screen, because of the way it was filmed, the way it was animated. But you kind of get the point I'm trying to make. Again, the thing is, what they're saying by this article is DVDs, the reason DVD is still looked at as the top consumer product of all time is it still does things and offers things that Blu-ray can't do and offer. So that's why they're still, that's why they're still #1 selling home video media in the world. I mean, why do you think when David Bunch numbers sends someone like Zara Nizarak or anybody else that he wants to send stuff to, why do you think he sends Zara Nizarak most of the time DVDs? Of not just animated shows and stuff, but of movies and stuff. Why do you think he does that? Because it's cheaper for him to purchase those DVDs, and it saves him a wad load of cash, so he can mail it out to Zara Nizarak because he knows the postal service or whatever is going to be, the postal fee, the mailing fee is going to be a lot. I mean, from here it's like $27, $28 to send Zara Nizarak something. Maybe even the same for if I wanted to send something to David Bunch numbers. But the point I'm trying to make is, the reason people like him send Zara Nizarak DVDs like that, the reason I do it is it's cheaper on the wallet. And everybody knows that. I mean, they've even mentioned that when you put a DVD into a Blu-ray player, the picture quality is even better. So there's no necessary reason to want to go out and have to purchase a whole bunch of Blu-rays, even if you wanted to, just because you want the better quality, when you can easily just pop your DVD into it, and you'll get that quality. I'm not saying that, again, I'm not saying Blu-ray doesn't have advantages over DVD. They do. I mean, IGN mentions it. They have advantages over Blu-ray, and over DVD, and that's good. But they also mention that Blu-ray will be in the same category that DVD is. It's going to still be available. It's still going to be fighting for superiority, but sooner or later, Blu-ray is going to end up second best. It's going to end up sort of like the second best as video option, because streaming and on-demand and streaming and on-demand stuff is going to be coming more into fruition. I mean, why do you think people like me have Netflix? Why do you think we have it? It's because it allows us, because it gives us the option to stream certain movies and shows on our Xboxes, on our iPods, on our iPhones, our iPads, our Androids, our Kindles, our PS3s, our Wii's, our Wii U's. You know, that they allow us to stream movies and shows that sometimes are not yet available on DVD or even Blu-ray, or are too expensive. Let's say it's an anime show, let's say it's an anime. It's too expensive to own. You could just watch the show right there. And true, you know, the streaming option, the Netflix service, streaming service, and probably the Blockbuster streaming service, and VDU and all that, and Crackle probably don't have everything you want, but it's a start. And sooner or later, what they're saying in the IGN report, in these IGN articles, is sooner or later you're going to have that option to have just about everything on there without having to worry. You know, they even compliment Netflix when it comes to the service, and not just the streaming service, but the DVD service. You see, they basically say that people have a better chance of getting the movie on DVD through Netflix rental service, maybe even Blockbuster, and a better chance of getting that movie that way instead of the Blu-ray version, because they may get the long wait or very long wait message on the queue, on the video, on the library queue, on the video queue, if you know what I mean, or the rental queue. So they give DVD that, nod by basically saying, hey, it's easier for people to go on Netflix, Blockbuster, whatever, rent a DVD faster than it is to get a Blu-ray. Heck, when the Blockbuster was open over here in Patterson, if you will, here in town, every time I walked in there, the Blu-rays were mostly out. Blu-rays of movies, sometimes shows, rented, gone. The DVDs, still there. But they were still there, and that was good. But the Blu-ray versions, gone at times. But the DVD versions, still there. Yeah, they were renting out fast too, but they were still there. So that's again the option. That's again Netflix praising DVD for that. I mean, not Netflix, but IGN praising Netflix and DVD, because DVD being available by Netflix, because you don't have to wait that long. Overall, the article, and I'll let you read it when I post the links down below, is basically stating that Blu-ray is superior in many ways, has features and has different kind of extras and features, online features that you can't get with DVD, but in turn say that DVD, the reason DVD is still the top selling consumer product is because it has movies. It offers movies and shows that you can't get on Blu-ray, and that you can't get on Blu-ray right now, as well as it gives you extras and stuff that you can't get on Blu-ray. And the fact that most so, because of the economy, it's cheaper to buy and afford DVDs than it is Blu-rays right now. And again, it goes back to what they said. Even though this article is a few years old, DVD players go as much as Blu-rays right now. Maybe Blu-ray sets. Maybe Blu-ray deluxe sets or box sets or something like that. So But again, I'll let you guys read it down below. Read the articles for yourself. You got any comments? Go ahead, comment down below. Hey, I would appreciate to hear some video responses, especially from MJ Knight and Zara Nizarak and even David Bunchnubbers. I would like to hear what your guys' opinion is on it after you read the articles. And that's all I'm going to say, and I'll talk to you all later.